Is there a mole in the PNP camp leaking information to Daryl Vaz? Or is it Passport, Immigration, and Citizenship Agency, aka PICA, the culprit? Yesterday, on a radio program, Minister of Science, Energy, Telecommunications, and Transport, Daryl Vaz raised his concerns about Mark Golding, the leader of the opposition, being a British citizen. He said, and I quote, Mr. Golding's parents did not see fit to get him a Jamaican passport, and he, upon becoming of age, did not see fit to get a Jamaican passport despite holding the office of Leader of the Opposition until 2011. After sitting in Parliament for 5 years from 2007 as a senator, he only got a passport when it was necessary for him to get a diplomatic passport when he was appointed minister, which means that was his reason for getting a Jamaican passport at the age of 46, end of quote. The People's National Party, PNP, is raising concerns that Daryl Vaz has violated the privacy rights of opposition leader Mark Golding. Peter Bunting, a senior member of the PNP and leader of opposition business in the Senate, quickly responded by saying, "It certainly gives me concern, as a Jamaican, that Daryl Vaz can go into PICA's database and get information about when I applied for a passport, when I've traveled, when I've not traveled. That is very disturbing to me." Mr. Vaz this morning posted on social media site X, and I quote, "My source is from deep within the belly of the PNP and I will never call the names of my trusted sources," end of quote. Daryl Vaz is upset because he had to renounce his U.S. citizenship in 2008. He had been sitting in Parliament with dual citizenship with the United States, which is unconstitutional because the U.S. is not part of the Commonwealth. Vaz renounced his U.S. citizenship to comply with Jamaican constitutional requirements, which prohibit members of Parliament from holding dual citizenship with non-Commonwealth countries. This decision followed a court ruling that his dual citizenship rendered him ineligible for Parliament. So, after renouncing, he applied for a U.S. visa and got denied. His situation is different from Mark Golding's, and he is trying to tie them into one. The reasons for the revocation were never publicly disclosed, and former U.S. Ambassador to Jamaica, Donald Tapia, stated that the revocation process was based on rumors and innuendos, and we all know what that is. Vaz was eventually granted a visa with a special waiver, indicating ongoing scrutiny by U.S. officials. Daryl Vaz has a history of controversies that have raised questions about his character. In 2012, Vaz faced corruption charges related to a traffic violation and bribery incident involving his friend Bruce Bicknell. The case centered around allegations that Bicknell attempted to bribe a police officer with Vaz's involvement. The charges were significant enough to force Vaz to step down from his shadow minister position within the Jamaica Labour Party, JLP, plus the big white elephant in the room which I will not mention at this time. These incidents have contributed to a perception of questionable character and have been points of contention in his political career. According to Vaz, he got the information from someone or persons within the PNP camp, and he wants to cause segregation among members of the PNP. Daryl Vaz's words should be taken with a grain of salt. Now let's investigate PICA. Stay tuned for further updates.